tell me, what does America gain by deporting little children from Dade County Public Schools, mothers and fathers, back to Haiti? What do we gain? Somebody tell me. We gain absolutely nothing.
Florida Congresswoman Frederica Wilson there reacting to the Trump administration's decision to end the protected immigration status for nearly 60,000 victims of the devastating 2010 earthquake in Haiti. Protests at President Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida have done little to sway Trump's decision to let the protections expire by July 2019. Already reports are surfacing of Haitians fleeing America to cross over into Canada in search of asylum there, something that many Sudanese immigrants did after the administration stripped them of temporary protected status, or TPS, this September. Joining us now, Fiona McEntee, an immigration attorney who has helped those trying to navigate the immigration process in this new Trump era. Fiona, thanks for being with us. And just a little scene setter here. In your state alone, you've got some 5,000 Haitians, I believe, and a portion of those obviously part of the temporary protected status, or TPS, system here. What have you been hearing on the ground?
Yeah, that's correct, Richard. I mean, in total, nationally, there are about 50,000 Haitians, in addition to all the U.S. citizen children that those individuals have had. And we must, think of those children as well when we're looking at the numbers.
And what are you hearing? Do you have any cases directly, or have you heard from other fellow lawyers in the space? And what are they telling you about what these Haitians are going through?
Yeah, I mean, we work with clients who have TPS from many countries, and I mean, it's just, yet again, it is more anti-immigrant policies from this administration. And, we're seeing people who have really rooted themselves and their family in the United States. These people have jobs, and over 80% of them are employed. They have mortgages, families, and, they're part of our communities. And now they have basically been told to pack up their bags and get ready to leave the United States.
What hurts the United States if they stay? What helps the United States if they are asked to leave?
I mean, the America that we all know and love is an America that welcomes people, especially, vulnerable communities. And it's not easy for a country to get this TPS designation. They have to show that the country, that there's really something extraordinary going on in the country, such as, war or environmental disasters. And, I think the States has long recognized that it's inhumane to deport people back to a home country where conditions like that exist.
You're aware of this because you watch the law and you see how TPS is affecting others, specific to not only Haitians, but there's also Nicaraguans associated with this declaration. There's also the Sudanese, which I brought up earlier in September. Look at the Sudanese and how they have looked to other countries, such as Canada in the north, as a place to go to. Is it an immediate, you must leave? And if you don't, what happens?
No, so they do have time, although, for people who've been here for years, giving them 18 months or however long is never sufficient. America is their new home, and, what will happen to these people from a legal standpoint is they will return to the status they had prior to getting the TPS. And for many of them, that could be undocumented.
Can be undocumented as well. So there's some 30,000, nearly 30,000 children have been born to Haitians with TPS, and that was the illusion, I think, that the representative was also saying. A large portion there in Florida, also some there in your state of Illinois. What does it mean for the children?
As a mother of 2 young children myself, I really cannot imagine how a child, when we want to protect our children as well, but I mean, you only have to turn on the news to hear what's going on, and, the worry that these children will have, especially coming up to the holidays, the fear that their parents could be deported from. Yeah, exactly. And, I don't know firsthand, but I see our clients in our office every day, and I can see the anxiety and the fear, and it's terrible.
What can happen to reverse this?
So, I mean, going forward, there really needs to be some type of permanent legislative fix. The temporary protected status is temporary. And, dealing with the current administration, we obviously don't want things that can be just taken away unilaterally. So I know there is bipartisan support for some type of permanent solution. So hopefully Congress can, add that to the list of things like DACA and the Clean Dream Act that we're hoping for as well.
All right. With the State Department, as you may have been reading lately, going through its own leadership questions at the moment. It may make this all more difficult for folks like you. Thank you so much, Fiona McEntee, an immigration lawyer there in Chicago, Illinois. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Coming up.